I'm suing my neighbors because they cut down 20 trees and bushes from my property. Who the fuck does that? And then they said they were going to build a friendly fence. Let me show you the fence they built. It's kind of comical. What is friendly about this ugly monstrosity? Literally, look at how uneven all of these little spaces are. What is that? And it's 7 feet tall. Like, that's not even remotely friendly. Rip my trees. I miss them so much. This one makes me extremely sad because it was 33 years old if you count the rings. This one also pisses me off because what the fuck is that? Like, what the actual fuck is that? That tree was clearly over here on our property. You can see where they cut all the roots off. And then they left the tree. Like, that thing's gonna die. I'm pretty sure they made it this ugly on purpose because if you look over here, they have vertical slots instead of horizontal, and then the same with our other neighbor's yard. Like, come on, the whole thing could have been like this. This is a 7-foot tall fence, right? They cut each of these boards because they're only 6 feet apart. So if it was 7 feet apart, they wouldn't have had to cut any of them. So every single one of these boards was cut for nothing. They made themselves do more work to make it ugly. If you look over here, you can see all of the plant life and vegetation that we had over there. That's why we bought this yard, because it had beautiful, gorgeous, foresty plant life, and they tore it all down. And the craziest part is we weren't planning on suing. We just wanted repayment for the trees, like just new trees. That way they could grow, even though it's years and years of growth down. But they decided to continue cutting into the trees for no good reason and told us to just go ahead and call our lawyers. So that's exactly what we did. I haven't seen any news about Minneapolis, so I reached out to someone who I know is a teacher in Minneapolis, and this is the update that she gave me. We are still in it. The new guy who came when Bovino left keeps doing conferences saying they are only taking criminals, but they are still just idling in neighborhoods, intimidating people, and stopping any brown person they see. They aren't looking for anyone, just profiling every brown person. One of my classes had 28 students, but now only has 17. Most are lost to e-learning and hiding at home. School is so sad and unnatural. 4 out of 6 of our detained students have returned from Texas, thank God, but lots of parents and adults are still detained without much legal support or movement to release them. People are still being profiled. People are still being rounded up. It has not stopped. Go on to your search bar and search Minneapolis right now and repost every single one of those videos, because they are trying to get this out of the news and we can't let them make it disappear. Neighbors unnecessarily cut down 20 trees on my property to build the ugliest fence I've ever seen. So we're going to go through and I'm going to show you some of my most favorite parts of the fence. Starting off strong, we have the part where this has horizontal slots and this one has vertical, because my neighbors get a prettier side. This neighbor, not that one, of course. I don't understand why they did that. And starting off even stronger, we have a stump there. We have a big old stump there. And then we have another stump right there. And the gap, oh my gosh, guys, the gaps in this are crazy. Oh, what's that? Another gap where I can see all the way into their yard? Why did they cut this board in half, huh? That doesn't make any sense. Over here, we got some more stumps. And then this is probably my favorite part of the fence. It's like a fidget toy. Yeah. Also, if you see, this board is cut and it slopes because the fence gets taller as it goes down. See, it's nice and flat, and then whoa, look at that ramp. Wow. My next favorite part is right about here. You can tell that they cared about the stickers, and then the rest of the fence, they did not care at all. Those are all just to fall off in my property. I planted this cutie pie little rose bush because I was sad seeing that there was no greenery out here. I just love all of these cross sections where you can see they really put the time and energy into lining up the pieces. Right next to this one, oh, we have another. The part that boils my blood the most. Why did you carve into that tree? Why did you carve into it for this ugly thing? What's that? Another stump and a big old gap in the bottom? 2 more stumps here and there. These tall posts that are just sticking out from the top of it for no reason. They've been there for 4 days. A little over a week ago, I posted about ICE in Minneapolis, and now I get comments every single day telling me how absolutely horrible it is in Minneapolis still, how the ICE agents said they were going to pull out and they didn't, but they're blending better into society so they can go in and eat in a restaurant and then detain the people who are working there. They are still standing outside of elementary schools. They are recklessly running into people to detain them if they're honking at them. People are giving up because they can't stay away from work for so long. They're out of PTO. They have to go back to work. They can't stay out there and protect the people who need to be protected. You know, we're about to start a new month. What about the people who haven't been able to work since the start of the year? I don't know about you guys, but my household could not go 2 months without a paycheck. Right? Like, our house would be foreclosed on eventually because we wouldn't be able to pay our mortgage. What about rent? What about, like, are people getting kicked out on the streets? Where are they going? I also heard that ICE is detaining people and letting them out in the middle of the night and negative degree weather, unclothed, unprepared. Just leaving them out there to fucking freeze. Don't let Minneapolis out of your sight. Go and search for them, repost those videos. They are so important. We need to get the word out.